Not everybody's getting paid. Let's get
love
back
this,
to
man.
the television.
You got
No,
two.
you're being a homer.
Come on.
No, he said it.
Don't start me.
No,
he's
not
a
bad
bad man.
anymore.
Go Tigers.
Sound Off is ready. Are you?
Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you, your friends, and closest family gathered in for another round of Sound Off
As
Live
always,
on tape
Rick.
from Caesar Sportsbook at Horseshoe Lake Charles. By way of introduction for any newcomers to the show, these guys just can continue to babble and talk while I
Rick,
intro
I'm trying
you
to be
into the show.
attentive to what's going on here. Rick is Scooter's bothering me. I'm trying to be.
Be focused.
We have a rule, collared shirt.
By way of introduction, if you're new to the show, that's Kevin Guidry. He can wear anything he
no
wants to.
collar.
Thank you,
Scooter
sir.
Hobbs in the middle, Rick Serro here. We've
My
been doing
LA
this for
my
30
LA
years.
shirt.
You'd think you would know some of the rules, but we'll get into that later. All right,
I'm
you two
trying,
guys had
guys.
an early
Golly.
wake-up call at Tiger Stadium for LSU
Yes,
in Arkansas.
very
We'll get
early.
into that. The Cowboys' winning streak was short-lived at Navarre Stadium. The Brian Kelly LSU saga is ending up where we all thought it would be. In
You
the
knew it would
courtroom,
go there.
lawsuits
You-
and out.
Yeah, I think
Everybody
that
knew it
latest
did.
development is much ado.
We will
About
see.
nothing.
We'll talk about that. The Saints got a much-needed bye week, but owner Gail Benson was busy. We'll tell you what she was up to.
Yes.
All right, let's roll out that ball, but not that one, figuratively speaking. All right, LSU interim head coach Frank
Wilson.
Emotional win over the Tuskegee Pigs.
I was surprised to see that.
He was very emotional after the game,
Frank's an
and
emotional
rightfully
guy.
so. It's his first win as an interim in this so-called interim bowl. I thought it was interesting that Bobby Petrino across the way was interim. Frank,
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
time ever in the SEC.
First time
Yeah.
ever in
That's
SEC
crazy.
game.
Two interim.
Both of them are interim. It
That's
won't
crazy.
be the last.
That's for sure.
The way-
Probably
the way
not.
This conference is going.
That's
it will
exactly
not be
right.
the
Sure, too.
last.
Look at the juxtaposition of this. Wilson, we all know it. From Louisiana, nice guy, humble.
Yeah.
Players love him.
That's key.
Bobby Petrino on the other side, just a jerk.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ego,
Yeah,
narcissist, scandal-ridden. There was
Yeah.
a dichotomy of two coaches there, I thought.
I mean, yeah, you
the right
couldn't-
one won,
You
by the way.
couldn't. You couldn't get.
Yeah.
Also, I guess he's the first former Big East coach to ever win a game at LSU.
There you go, another little tidbit.
Really?
Another little tidbit.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
name me another one.
Okay.
You were
yeah.
there at,
Yeah,
at
you
the,
right.
at-
Arnsberger didn't
No.
coach.
Arnsberger
not
did
many,
these.
not many. Oh, look, you were there at the post-game press conference. I thought this was interesting. This was a stark difference of Brian Kelly and Frank Wilson and how the players reacted.
Yes.
Near the end of that post-game press conference, running back Caden Durham fights his way through security, goes
I don't
into
think he
I
had
didn't
to
say-
fight his
You
way
know,
through.
we didn't
you
put
know.
up as much resistance even
Yeah.
as Arkansas.
Yeah.
But he went
Yeah.
to the podium to shake
was there.
Frank Wilson's hand and congratulate him for his first win as the Tigers head coach. Kevin, how many
Get off your
players
phone.
would do that
trying.
Put a
for
collar
Brian Kelly's first win as the LSU coach?
Zero.
That's the
Do
difference,
you
I
do
think.
you see the
That's
importance
difference.
of what it is when your kids will play for you?
Let's go.
Let's be real now. Come on,
This
Scooter.
was nice.
Don't be
And
so
there was-
cynical.
No, don't,
Come
Scooter.
on.
You better not be, Scooter.
All I'm
You
saying
better not
is,
be.
If from now on, as all we're gonna do is find another reason to rip Brian Kelly, just let
No,
him go.
no,
just
I'm
let
just-
him go.
This is
No,
the
no,
build
we're not letting
I
him
was
go.
a Kelly supporter.
Won't he let 54 million go? Let that go.
Yeah, let that go.
He'd rather let
Okay,
that go.
okay.
Would you?
No, we're not letting him
Would
go.
you?
We're not letting him go. But you
Get
know
off
what,
that
though?
phone.
Let me
Would
say
you?
this. Now that we bring up Brian Kelly, Rick, let me just say this. Do you start to see the type of person he is outside of what you thought of him as a
No,
football
now
coach?
everybody's piling on.
You always want to. I mean, did you have
may
to
be
sue?
right.
Did you have to sue the university? Couldn't you have worked this out behind
We'll
closed
get
doors?
into that later on in the
Come
show.
on,
You,
man.
you made your point. We'll get into that
Come
later on in the
You
show.
always
Look,
got to get ahead of yourself.
one thing, and we're kind of centered on Frank Wilson as the interim coach, first African American to win a game as an LSU head coach. I think that's worth noting. Look, obviously, whoever is going to take over as LSU's head coach, there's been a lot of buzz and commentary that they're smart enough to keep Frank Wilson around, and
They better.
probably that
Hopefully.
DC
You
Blake
got
Baker.
You got to remember too. he's
And they
also-
better keep
Would you be
Corey
quiet?
Raymond too.
Right.
You would. You don't get to pick who all this is.
He's going to try.
But,
I'm
yeah,
trying to get
Corey
on that
Raymond
board,
is
Scooter.
good. But whoever the new coach is, keeping in mind that Frank Wilson is known as one of the best recruiters in all of college football. Certainly, particularly if it's a guy coming in without a whole lot of Louisiana knowledge.
Exactly.
You want Frank Wilson.
You do.
At the same time, if you're going to hire a coach, you got to let him hire his staff.
You're right.
Yeah.
No doubt about
Yeah.
it. No,
You
You
do.
put no contingencies.
But I'm
on
hoping
it.
that coach, whoever it is, has enough sense
You
to
would
know
think.
that.
Yeah.
To know that.
Well, you be sure you go talk to
I
him.
will.
He
I
will.
will. I
He
will.
will. Look,
I will.
Yeah,
I'm
who
gonna have
else
breaking
you want?
news next week. I'm gonna have
Well, you
breaking
know,
news
now
next
that
week.
you've gotten
Uh-oh.
into coaching,
I love that
you
breaking
want your
news.
shot, you'd have to take Corey Raymond's spot.
High,
I guess.
high school. I kind of fell in love with high school.
all right, look. This
I think
first
I'm good
win,
where I'm at.
this ending this losing streak, first win for Wilson. It didn't come easy.
No.
It wasn't without duress. I
No,
mean, that
no.
special teams unit is just in totally debacle and disarray. Block punt for a
It's
touchdown.
got worse as the game
Oh
went
my
on.
gosh.
And you know, we know Arkansas has the worst defense.
It's
in
not good.
the SEC, but LSU has by far the worst offensive line.
Yes,
So that kind of evened out.
a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, Arkansas, not a very good team. Go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
the offense that Bobby Petrino brought in, especially the last 3 or 4 games, was producing a lot of points. So LSU's
They
defense
was.
were able to stymie them.
Even
Got a couple
that,
of picks,
Kevin,
a couple of
even-
turnovers.
Even that, though, Kevin, I thought LSU's defense was a lot more opportunistic than they were dominant. They got 2 interceptions, a fumble
Yeah.
recovery, a 4th down
Oh,
goal line
that
stop.
goal line
That-
stand.
that
That was
was
big.
great.
That was big. That was big.
Huge.
But and Arkansas really is the worst defense in the SEC, but they tackle better than LSU does.
I don't know about the worst. The
They
defense
are.
played
By
not,
any
not bad, but
measurement.
they played.
By any measurement, Arkansas is the worst defense in the SEC.
I'm not gonna
Statistically
say
But
that.
they
yeah.
tackle.
Yeah,
what
they
has
did.
happened to LSU's tackling over the
Well-
last 3, 4, 5 games?
I don't think it's that, Scooter. I think that the people you have in the secondary have a certain skill set. They don't want it to get to the defensive backs to have to make the tackle because those guys back there, if
That's
you look
the
at them,
strength of the defense.
yes,
though.
but they are cover guys. You don't want to. Nobody's going to tell Dion to make a tackle when he was playing ball. It's like,
Look,
that's not
before-
what I do, coach.
Before we run out of time in this segment, look, one of the main storylines with Garrett Nussmeier on the sideline and
Yeah.
Michael Van Buren. I thought he played solid. He was impressive at times.
Awful to
the
start.
numbers were good. Awful start.
Yeah.
But Wilson said it right. He got comfortable.
He got better. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would not. He played Arkansas. I would not all of a sudden decide he's the future.
We'll see next week.
Well, no, Western Kentucky.
No, after that, after the Oklahoma game.
We'll get into
We'll
that
see.
on Thursday's
We'll
show.
see
We'll have more
Oklahoma.
about Michael Van
Yeah.
Buren,
Yeah,
Garrett Nussmeier, and things of that
That
nature.
could get ugly.
Seafood Palace, Enterprise Boulevard,
Yes.
just the facts, all right, in Lake Charles. Just the facts, folks. Legendary place for decades of down-home Cajun cooking, locally owned and loyal to serving his friends and customers the best seafood. That's David Papania's daily mission. Always busy 6 days a week, but big enough to find you an open table. Award-winning fried seafood and boiled crabs. All your favorites on a huge menu. It's all what makes the difference at Seafood Palace.
When disaster strikes, you don't have time to wonder who to call. At Reclaim Restoration, we're your trusted partner, 24/7, 365. Whether it's fire, water, or storm damage, we rebuild, renew, and revitalize your property and your peace of mind. Locally trusted, nationally certified, and voted Acadiana's Choice 2024. Call Reclaim Restoration today at 337-445-6499 and take the first step toward reclaiming your life.
Miller Time started in 1975, and the clock's still ticking. A light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller Time.
What's bugging you?
Is it roaches? They're the first pest you think of for indoor bugs and a health threat. At J&J, we offer weapons to eliminate and prevent infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
All right, welcome back to Sound Off at Caesar's Palace, Horseshoe Lake Charles.
Yes.
Did you notice our little new prop?
I like that.
That's our Caesar man.
I like that.
You know, I was in Rome
Hail to Caesar.
last
I like
May.
that.
Last
I was in Rome. You got the chintzy one.
The chintzy one from Vegas.
I
What
could have got the real thing.
Okay, Scooter.
Right here at Horseshoe Lake Charles, if you enter through the main entrance,
Good
you'll
thing
see a
you
stage.
didn't bring David.
No, let's not go there.
Put that out.
Maybe next time.
No.
On the stage, there is that $75,000 progressive jackpot slot machine. Swipe that Caesars reward card. You get a daily free pull, and it's progressive, so it's getting more, bigger, and richer as time goes on.
$75,000.
Right there.
Bigger?
More big. It's getting bigger. Thanks,
That is
newspaper
awesome.
boy. It's going all through the end of the year. Your
Yes.
chance to win $75,000
Do it.
cash.
Do it.
Progressive
Do it.
jackpot. All right,
Do
let's
it.
get to the McNeese Cowboys. Matt
Yes.
Viator's crew. Look, they're going to have to settle for a losing season.
They're going to have to.
I cannot
We thought
figure
they was
this
going to
team
get the 500.
This was
but
a
not gonna happen.
disappointing 28-13 loss.
No kidding.
What stung is it came against a program, it's their first year of football.
Yeah.
But they got the Southland Conference's best quarterback, leading quarterback statistically, and the best receiver. So, but it still hurts. 28-13, they got no shot for at least a 500. If 4-7 with one game remaining.
I can't figure this
Rick,
team
I
out.
can't either.
I can't.
The biggest thing-
Every time you think they've turned the corner, what is it? Godfather 3?
Yeah.
They pull me back in.
Sucking me back in. Yeah. What you got, Kevin?
What? And I mean, I wasn't there. What was the attendance like? That's my question.
It's, in a couple of weeks, you know who has taken over the attendance record in the Southland Conference?
Southeastern.
No.
Really?
The Vaqueros of Texas, Rio Grande. Now,
Oh,
granted,
my
their
goodness.
enrollment is pushing
Are you
30,000
kidding me?
plus. We'll talk
And
about that
it's
in the coming
new-
weeks.
The new thing, that
Are you
their
kidding
first
me?
year.
First year.
First year.
So it's
First year
a new
football.
thing. It's a,
Yes,
so
no,
it's a new thing.
Anyway, as a side story.
Yeah, but new
Attendance-
with 30,000 new.
Yeah, well, you
Come
have
on,
30,000
Scooter.
students,
Dude.
All right, look,
Doesn't matter.
McNeese
Here-
doesn't
How
here's-
many students Notre Dame has?
can
These
we
doesn't do
get back
2,000.
to what we call the
Students Notre
television
Dame
show?
has? It's about 7,000 or 8,000.
What makes this game interesting is
It's a
the
lot of
Cowboys
people
win
in
the
the
first
game.
quarter. The Vaqueros take the second quarter. The Cowboys kind of dominate in the third, not so much offensively, and UT Rio Grande wins the fourth. So the inconsistency that Matt Viator has been searching for all year,
But Rick,
it just
let
hasn't
me-
materialized.
Let me ask this, Rick.
They play good one quarter, not so good the
yeah.
next.
But what do you see when you talk about the inconsistency? But what is it that you can put your finger on that McNeese does well? Can they do that? What do they do well?
I think defensively up front, they're pretty good, and their secondary has been very solid, but they just get beat on explosive plays. They just get sucked in, and receivers get behind them or they break tackles. Explosive plays has been just the anvil around this defense's neck for 5, 6, 7 years, it seems like. Offensively, if they can get Jake Strong running the football consistently, the running
See,
game
that's
has
what
been
I thought would
the
be
running
their
game has been
strength,
pretty
Rick.
good. I don't think they can't get enough explosives. They had one with Matt McAllister with this 85-yard jet sweep, but that's an anomaly.
Yeah.
I'm talking about explosive play. Hit a guy 15 yards off a crossing route, and he's gone. To
Yeah.
me, that's a good explosive play.
I don't know. I'm really surprised that it kind of went this. We didn't expect them to be by no means conference champions, but
No.
I just thought it would have looked better than what it's looking like going into 2 more games of the
Another
year.
TV tease.
I just can't get away from can't beat a team in his first year. And I know this is no ordinary, and the 30,000 students doesn't mean jack. You realize that.
For the Southland, for the
Well-
what?
No, it does.
What are you
Scooter.
talking about, Scooter?
I mean,
30,000 fans for this
Scooter,
conference?
They have 30,000 students. They
Okay.
don't have 300
Okay.
scholarships.
Okay, but
They have
still.
the same number of scholarships
He's
as
missing a key
everybody
point.
else.
Still.
More Texas schools get more money. You get
They
more
do,
money for
yeah.
more enrollment, and more money means more money into the athletic.
Right, right.
So
Granted.
you're
But-
missing your point. All right, look, let's go. Look. Third down conversions was huge in this game. UT Rio Grande. I'm going to call them Rio Grande for short.
Yeah.
Right, they would convert third downs, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12, 3rd
That's
and 14.
big, Rick.
Cowboys
Rick, that's
at
big.
some point couldn't get them off the field.
Rick, that's big,
And you
man.
give a team with the leading quarterback and the number 1 receiver, they're going to hurt you. And they did with a
What was the
75-yard
difference,
bomb.
Rick, in time of possession?
Cowboys pretty much dominated time of possession.
Yeah,
Huh?
the big plays.
Big plays.
You get the big plays,
Yeah,
you don't
it's
need
quick.
time of possession.
Here's what I found interesting. Matt Viator said, look, we knew about this quarterback scrambling
Right.
ability and covering receivers on a
Right.
scramble. So they practiced that, he said.
Yeah.
Alex Flores on the scout team
Yeah.
would run around, and we practiced the receivers being covered downfield. What did Mike Tyson say one time? You got to plan until you get hit in the face.
Yeah.
And they got
yeah,
hit.
you do.
The
You
receiver
do.
just got
Everybody's
behind
gotta
one
play
guy
until you hit in the
and-
face. You're right, Rick. But
Yeah.
Rick, I just, I don't know what it is probably going into next season that Matt can look at and say, this is what we need. This is what we need.
Game
this
changers.
is what we need.
Game changers. They need game changers. Now, this quarterback, Jake Strong, I mean, this guy's just been a little bit largely unlucky.
Yeah.
Every tip ball doesn't go to his receiver,
Seems to
doesn't
get
go to the
picked
ground.
off.
It gets picked off. He had another one.
Yeah.
And
I heard
it
about
led
that.
to a
I heard
touchdown.
about that,
But
yeah.
again, complimentary football. If you turn the ball over, guys, you kind of hope your defense can hold them.
Yeah.
Most of the time, McNeese defense doesn't hold. A turnover leads to points, which
That's giving
helps
the
you win,
offense of the other
which helps
team
you-
more
which helps
chances.
you win
That
these games.
will balance out to where they're going to win those battles, Rick. Believe me.
TVT's Thursday show, we'll talk about the Lamar game. And the Cardinals
Yeah,
are
that's
still
gonna
fighting
be-
for a playoff spot, so they got a lot to play for.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys, the best they can do is 5-7.
Whew, I never thought it would look like that, Rick.
We'll wait for Thursday's show to get into
never
it.
thought it would look like that.
Cowboy basketball.
Wow.
You got. I mean,
I was expecting them to win, but not like that.
they just dominated UL.
Against
Game should've-
ULL.
And I mean, you would think UL would have a pretty good team.
Whole new roster.
The Sun
just
Belt?
like McNeese.
Well,
Brand new coach.
That's probably a theme.
Yeah, I know.
You think it happens in football?
Oh, my
think
God.
about basketball when you only got 15.
McNeese's defense had like 8 blocks. They had 6 shot clock violations, 17 turnovers. They held UL to 18 made field goals for the game.
18, Rick.
18. That's it. Think about that. I mean, it's just an incredible domination.
No, that is, Rick. That is.
Bill Armstrong, I mean,
That is.
He says defense, he means defense.
He talks defense, man.
Thursday show, Cowgirls
He talks
coach
defense.
Ayla Gazzardo is going to be in the 4th chair. Her girls are coming off a big 49-47 win at Tarleton
Yes.
State. Congratulations, tough win. Well, she'll be on
Big
the
time
Thursday
win.
show. Let's hit this break. More sound off when we come back. Stay right there.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
What's bugging you?
Is it roaches? They're the first pest you think of for indoor bugs and a health threat. At J&J, we offer weapons to eliminate and prevent infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
Reclaim Restoration is your trusted partner serving Southwest Louisiana from Lake Charles to Lafayette. Whether it's fire, water, or storm damage, call Reclaim Restoration today at 337-445-6499 and take the first step toward reclaiming your life.
Miller Time started in 1975, and the clock's still ticking. A light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller Time.
All right, welcome back to the show. This is Sound Off. Guidry, Hobbs, and Sarah
Yes.
with you. We're trucking along. Great show already. We're having a lot of fun and we're moving. All right, so this LSU, the continuing saga in Baton Rouge, has now led to the court, into the courts. Brian Kelly and his representatives, at some point last week, filed 48-page document and lawsuit against LSU. He wants that $54 million contract.
Wow.
Now LSU, the hierarchy there is saying, well, interesting. Well, we didn't actually fire him because Scott Woodard didn't have the authority to fire anybody who makes over a $250,000 a
Is
year.
it only the governor can fire him?
The fine print on this, this is just
I'm not even
mind-boggling.
going to get into that.
Now, as I told you guys like
into
3
that.
weeks ago, LSU might be hinting about trying to find cause to fire Brian Kelly for cause.
Oh, yeah.
How petty
yeah.
would
How
that
petty?
make the state's flagship university look?
Now, what do you mean when you say petty, Scooter? Explain that to me. When you say petty, I think what
Well,
he's
the cause
doing is
isn't there
petty.
in
I
trying
think
to-
he's doing
Where's the cause?
what is petty.
They haven't
Is
said
there-
yet.
Has anybody even hinted that he did anything untoward? I mean, losing game is not cause.
No.
Even if it was, he hadn't lost that many. No. You signed the contract, LSU. Honor the contract. Pay the man his
Oh,
money.
I totally agree with that. Yes,
Okay.
but the pettiness, I think, from him, did you have to take it to court? We couldn't have resolved this. You need $54 million that bad?
Kevin, no, he doesn't.
That's my
And you
point.
know as well as
So why?
Let it make your point.
I don't like the point of what he did, suing. That's petty.
you should know as well as I do. This probably isn't ever going to court. This is to kind of wake LSU up from their hemming and hawing.
It's a maneuver.
And acting like, well, we might have calls. We didn't really fire you. Who didn't fire who?
I get all that, Scooter.
I mean,
They put out an official statement.
I get all that.
It was on
I get all
LSU
that.
stationary.
But how quick can you go from not talking to everybody to being the head coach there for 4 years to where you can't pick the phone up and say, hey, Verge, look, can we talk about this, man? Can we resolve this, Verge, in an amicable way? Can we do that? Why do you have to resort to that? I have no respect for Brian Kelly. To me, that goes past beyond being a head coach. Because then it becomes business to you.
It's just maneuvering.
I get that, Scooter.
His probably his advice of his attorney.
Yeah, his attorney got to get paid too. We know
Well,
that.
I mean, LSU's playing the game like
I get that,
That's
Scooter.
them. That's
If
just
LSU, if
I
LSU
get
is
that.
threatening to try to manufacture some kind of cause, I don't know if they have anything on Brian
I don't
Kelly
know if
for
they
cause.
do or not,
If they're
Rick.
trying to manufacture
know.
that, yeah, I'd get my chaps in a burn. Yeah, I'd go to court.
But
by
the
Brian
thing
Kelly.
is,
and
Yeah.
shame
where-
on LSU if they try to drum up something.
No,
We-
but my
we
thing
don't
is
know
this,
that.
though. This
We
is
don't
my
know
thing
that.
that gets me, that chaps me, like you say, Scooter. Why couldn't we have talked about this and given this a 1 to a 5 year, 1 to a 6 year payout to where we can understand, Kelly, we know we need to pay you. It's a
It's all-
contract,
it's all
and we'll
settlement.
honor
It's
that.
gonna be
But
settled. It's
to
gonna be
take it
settled.
to court and do that to make us look like,
Kevin, it's not going to court. They filed
Yeah, I
the
get
suit.
it. But the
It's
fact that-
LSU's move, okay?
Yeah. All right.
It's
A
not
sidebar
going
to
to
this.
court.
A sidebar to this. If you picked up the Lake Charles American Press on Saturday, a board member of the
just
LSU Board of
chaps me.
Supervisors, a well-known guy who supports McNeese and LSU, Lee Mallett, purchased a full-page ad in the newspaper.
Make some money for us.
And was very critical of the man in the middle, Mr. Hobbs, for a column that you wrote about the Board of Supervisors and their selection process of Dr. Wade Roos as university president. He was also critical of veteran government reporter and columnist Jim Beam. Your response to his criticism? Because he
Mr. Beam,
he went at
first
you,
of
man.
all,
He went at you.
I stand by what I wrote. I would guess every word of it. I can't think of anything I'd take back. But they were columns. They were my opinion. And if you write your opinion, somebody has a right to disagree with
Exactly.
it. So I have no problem with what
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
If he wants to disagree with me, fine.
Yeah.
If he wants to come on here and debate, we can do that.
Lee, open invitation. Open invitation. And look,
Don't be careful what you ask for now.
Hey, this is.
I know Lee Mallett. Be careful
Hey,
what you
this
ask
is why
for
this
now.
is called SoundOff.
Be
And
careful.
look, did we not a week ago say that SoundOff has reached out to Dr. Wade Roos, who's
Yes.
been on the show?
Yes.
We'd
Yes.
love to have Dr. Wade Roos
And
on the show.
I think he's
So
going to
talk
come
about
on
his
and visit
appointment
with us.
as
But I know he's
university
got a lot going on right now.
Yeah, of
You
course.
know,
Now-
which we all know.
Now, one of Lee Mallett's criticism in that ad was that you, nor Jim Beam, was in the boardroom while they were interviewing these
Okay.
candidates. You were not
No,
there. You were not
I was
involved in that
not.
process.
I was watching it streaming.
Yes.
But
But behind closed doors
I
is when
did
they do
not-
all these important interviews.
why couldn't it go
Well,
behind?
Scooter, Scooter
in
can't
the
be
executive
behind closed
session?
doors. Yeah.
I say
Yeah,
put
you
these
can't.
interviews
That's
in
not
public.
like
No,
that's not
no,
like
you
Katie
can't- you
Durham
can't do
getting
executive
into a press
sessions.
conference.
You
I'd have
can't
been
do
tossed
executive
down on my
sessions.
ear if
Exactly,
I went in
exactly.
Yeah.
executive session.
So, you think his criticism of you and Jim Beam was unfair or fair?
Well, of course I think it was unfair.
Okay, all right. I gotta
I
ask.
know you
I gotta
can't.
ask.
I think it's fair for him to have an opinion. and he
Yes,
did.
yes. And he decided to do a full-page
I
ad
mean,
instead
I
of
did.
writing a letter to the editor.
I sleep well at night.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Look, the process of selecting Dr. Wade Roos as university president, I'm not calling that into question, okay? He brought up a point that you said that the resumes of the other candidates, that Roos's resume paled in comparison.
Yeah,
that you don't know what
I said that under the guise of it was a done deal.
Yeah.
before they went through the dog and pony show.
Yes.
Of going. In fact, they stayed in executive session for a while.
For a while.
I guess to make it look good. And they also had to rearrange the
A key thing when Kevin, when they split the jobs.
Yeah.
When they have an LSU system president, Dr. Wade Roos, and now a university chancellor in Jim Dalton, right? That was huge. I think we all agree. With Wade Roos's intelligence, his passion for education, he is well qualified for the job in certain ways, especially when it comes to the business of running higher education.
Yeah.
That's his strength, and that's apparently what Governor Landry wanted, and that's what the Board of Supervisors wanted as well.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Let's see. I mean, that's all we can do.
Okay.
Really.
My question would be, does the Board of Supervisors, will they always want what Landry wants?
Good question.
What do you think?
I
We'll
can
leave
answer
it there.
that.
Final round of the
I
show
can
when we
answer
come
that
back.
for you.
The Horseshoe Lake Charles experience begins with elite gaming in the region's newest and most exciting venue, featuring all your favorite table games and slots. Caesars Sportsbook at Horseshoe is the legend in sports betting, and speaking of legendary, Gordon Ramsay Steak is above all others, where celebrity chef Ramsay brings his fury of flavor to Southwest Louisiana. Great food and live music at Brews Brothers, and of course impeccable hotel accommodations. Plus, earn big with your Caesars reward card. That's Horseshoe Lake Charles.
J&J has protected Louisiana homes and businesses for over 60 years.
Call him today, make the pests go away. J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Miller Time started in 1975, and the clock's still ticking. A light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller Time.
All right, we're back. Javier, you're still hanging with us here.
Yes, so glad to be here.
You were at the LSU game.
Yes.
You know, kind of a sparse crowd. Although
It was.
did kind of fill in by the end of the first quarter,
Yeah.
I thought. But you know, the three sides, but I have noticed this before. I want to see. That south end zone, it doesn't matter what the rest of the stadium is. South end zone was full to the brim. It always is.
South
What
end
is
zone-
it about those ticket holders?
The concessions for beer is closer in the south end zone.
It's much nicer too. It's much newer. That area is much newer
the
too,
lower
Scooter.
bowl is.
Yeah, it's much.
The
I mean,
lower
it's
bowl-
much newer. I mean, but I don't
It's
know. Is
always
it?
full there. And if it
I
was full
can't-
for that game, it's
I don't
going
know
to be
why.
full.
Always
there.
going to be full.
I don't know why. That's a good point, Scooter, but I don't
We
know
can't
why.
go. SEC, well, it's not an SEC record, but it's an A&M record. Down 30-3.
Can
Mike
you believe
Elko
that?
gets a 6-year extension, $11 million per.
You think he earned that?
Holy smokes, did the Aggies. Let me say for the record,
31-30, dude.
Marcel Reed is the best quarterback in the SEC.
I've been telling
He
y'all
is the
that.
best quarterback in the SEC.
How long have I been telling y'all?
And who
God,
Rough
discovered
first half.
him?
Holy.
Who
Lee.
discovered him last year? Be your LSU Tigers, remember?
Yeah, that's what he
Third quarter.
torched us. He torched us.
28-point comeback
He taught-
over
Rick, can
South
you believe
Carolina.
that, man? God.
Oh, I got a feel for South Carolina. All right, Gail Benson fires Willie Green, the Pelicans head coach. Then she comes out and says, the thought of firing Mickey Loomis is ridiculous. He's doing a great job. He's losing sleep over this process. Fans, we're rebuilding. Buy it or sell it.
Gail Benson. Remember what was that? I think it was the.
I'm not
even
even
shaking
going
your
to
head.
comment because I don't want somebody taking it the wrong way.
Where they talk about every time Grandma toots, we kick the dog.
I can't follow that up.
You know when you
I
don't
can't
know
follow that
football,
up.
but you know business, stick to the business side
Stick to
of
the
it.
business. Congratulations to former Tiger Paul Skeens win the Cy Young in
Yes.
the National League for the first time, probably first of many. We got to go. We'll see you next time here at SoundOff.